Have you ever stood in front of the mirror, tried to style your hair, and all you saw was more breakage, more thinning, and more frizz? Maybe you even thought to yourself, perhaps I should just stop styling altogether. I know that feeling well. After turning 50, my hair no longer behaved the way it once did. It became finer, weaker, and far less forgiving. What used to be a quick blowout suddenly left my ends looking dry and brittle. And yet, giving up on styling felt like giving up a part of myself. Hair is not just about beauty, it is about confidence, joy, and the way we present our story to the world. That is why this video matters. Today we will uncover why weak hair after 50 needs a different approach, the styling mistakes that make things worse, and 7 safe, elegant methods that women across the US are already embracing. I will also share expert tips that can keep your hair not only styled, but stronger and healthier every day. If you want weekly guidance on how to look elegant and confident at any age, subscribe now. Think of it as the simplest, most uplifting style choice you can make today. And please, share your own hair struggles in the comments. Your story may be exactly what another woman needs to hear. Stay with me until the end, because I will reveal the #1 salon trick that transforms weak hair instantly without heat or chemicals. You will not want to miss it. Why weak hair after 50 needs special styling. Once I turned 50, I noticed my hair was nothing like it used to be. Doctors say that estrogen naturally drops with age, and I could feel the difference. My once thick hair became finer, weaker, and more prone to shedding. Have you noticed more strands in your brush lately? The texture also changed. Each strand feels more hollow and dries out quickly. Some mornings, no matter what conditioner I used, my hair looked frizzier and harder to manage. And then came the grays. Without melanin, gray hair feels coarse, breaks easily, and never seems to hold color the way it once did. Do you see that in your own mirror too? Trying to style hair the same way as before can make things worse. High heat can strip away keratin, the very protein that keeps hair strong. Tight ponytails or buns tug at the roots and lead to even more breakage. Strong chemical products often leave the scalp dry and irritated, which is the last thing we need at this age. That is why finding safer, smarter ways to style becomes so important. Let's explore together how we can keep our hair looking elegant, healthy, and full of life. 5 common mistakes when styling weak hair. 1. Overusing heat tools. The first mistake is relying too much on flat irons, curling wands, or blow dryers set at high heat. When hair becomes weaker after 50, the cuticle layer is already fragile. Heat strips away keratin and moisture, leaving strands brittle and prone to breakage. I remember when I was 55, I thought the only way to look polished was to straighten my hair every morning. Within months, my ends became so dry they looked like straw. Safer alternative. Use heat tools on the lowest setting possible and never skip a heat protectant spray. Embrace air drying on days when you can, or try foam rollers for gentle curls. Do you ever feel like your hair looks dull after using heat? That is a clear sign it's time to give your hair a break. 2. Tight ponytails and buns. Another common habit is pulling hair into tight ponytails, buns, or braids. It might seem neat and convenient, but the constant tension weakens follicles and can even lead to traction alopecia, which is hair loss caused by pulling. I still remember going to church with a sleek bun, only to find new baby hairs thinning around my temples months later. Safer alternative. Switch to loose ponytails, soft scrunchies, or low buns with minimal tension. Sleep with your hair down or in a very gentle braid. Have you noticed thinning near your hairline? If so, your everyday hairstyle could be the culprit. 3. Harsh chemical treatments. Many women over 50 turn to perms, relaxers, or frequent coloring to cover grays or add body. The problem is that strong chemicals can erode the hair shaft and irritate the scalp. In fact, dermatologists in the US are reporting more women in their 60s seeking help for scalp sensitivity caused by overprocessing. I once decided to go for a double process color, thinking it would make me look younger. Instead, I spent weeks dealing with itchy, flaky skin on my scalp. Safer alternative. If you love color, ask your stylist about semi-permanent or ammonia-free options. Space out treatments by several weeks and deep condition regularly. Could your salon routine be doing more harm than good? It's worth asking your stylist about gentler techniques. 4. Using the wrong brushes and combs. The wrong tools can quietly damage weak hair. Fine-tooth combs or metal brushes can snag, tug, and break fragile strands. I used to brush my hair while it was wet with a stiff bristle brush, not realizing that wet hair is at its weakest. The result was a handful of broken strands in the sink almost every morning. Safer alternative. Use wide-tooth combs or brushes with flexible, rounded bristles designed for detangling. Always start from the ends and work your way up. What kind of brush do you use every day? If you are pulling hair out along with tangles, it might be time to switch. 5. Skipping hair protection. The last mistake is forgetting to shield hair from the environment. Sun exposure, chlorine in pools, and even hard water in many U.S. cities can leave weak hair even more vulnerable. In 2024, a beauty industry survey found that over 60% of women above 50 noticed their hair became drier after vacations or summer activities. I can relate. After a week in Florida, swimming and walking outdoors without a hat, my hair felt like straw and lost its shine. Safer alternative. Protect hair the way you protect your skin. Use UV blocking sprays, rinse hair with clean water before swimming, and consider a shower filter if your local water is very hard. Do you already wear sunscreen daily? Think of hair protection as the same kind of care. These 5 mistakes are easy to fall into, and I know because I made most of them myself. The good news is that once you recognize them, you can change your habits and see improvements in just weeks. Now that we understand what to avoid, let's explore something even more exciting. The safest and most flattering ways to style weak hair without giving up beauty or confidence. 7 safe styling methods for weak hair. 1. Soft layered bob. A soft layered bob is one of the easiest and safest hairstyles for weak hair. By adding gentle layers, the hair instantly looks fuller and more dynamic. The cut also reduces weight at the ends, which means less breakage. I switched to a layered bob when I turned 60, and suddenly people started telling me I looked fresher and more energetic. Ask your stylist for soft layers rather than sharp ones, and schedule trims every 6 to 8 weeks. Many American salons now offer dusting cuts that remove only the damaged ends without losing length. Have you ever tried a layered bob, or do you still hold on to longer hair that feels heavy? 2. Loose waves without heat. Curls can be beautiful, but curling irons often damage fragile hair. Instead, try heatless waves. Soft foam rollers, braiding damp hair before bed, or even using a silk headband can create gentle waves. I started braiding my hair at night, and the next morning, I woke up with bouncy waves without a single strand burnt. You can find affordable foam rollers at Target, Walmart, or Ulta. Choose larger rollers for softer waves. To protect the style overnight, use a satin pillowcase. Would you be willing to trade your hot curling wand for a softer, no-heat routine? 3. Air dry with volume tricks. Weak hair often looks flat, but blasting it with heat only makes it worse. Air drying with a little help can make a big difference. After washing, apply a lightweight mousse, then flip your head upside down while your hair dries naturally. Once dry, lift sections at the crown with your fingers for added body. I use this trick whenever I have coffee dates, and friends always ask what product I used. Look for mousse labeled weightless or volumizing. Brands like John Frieda and OGX, available in most American drugstores, are gentle on fine hair. Do you usually let your hair air dry, or do you always reach for the blow dryer? 4. Silk or satin. Scarf styles. Scarves are not just accessories. Silk and satin scarves protect hair from friction, which prevents breakage, while adding a stylish flair. Wrapping a scarf as a headband or turban creates an elegant look in minutes. I remember attending a summer picnic in California with a floral silk scarf, and instead of noticing my thinning hair, everyone complimented the scarf. You can find affordable silk or satin scarves at Macy's, Nordstrom Rack, or even Amazon. Choose breathable fabrics to avoid overheating in the summer. Do you own a favorite scarf that could double as a chic hair accessory? 5. Half-up hairstyles. The half-up style is perfect when you want to look polished but avoid stress on the scalp. It lifts the face slightly and keeps hair out of your eyes while leaving the rest free. I often wear this style when visiting my grandchildren. It keeps me comfortable while still looking put together. Use soft clips or fabric-covered elastics. Avoid rubber bands, which can snap fragile hair. Half-up twists work beautifully for dinners or casual gatherings. Do you think half-up hairstyles could become your new everyday look? 6. Protective styles, braids or low twists. Gentle braids and low twists are ideal for protecting weak hair. They keep strands tucked away and reduce exposure to sun, wind, and friction. When I travel, I rely on a simple low twist. It saves me from dealing with tangles and makes me look neat even on long road trips. Try loose side braids or a soft low chignon. If you swim, braiding before entering the pool helps reduce chlorine damage. According to a 2024 hair care report, women who regularly use protective styles see up to 30% fewer split ends. Do you already use braids, or does the idea feel too young for you? 7. Strategic accessories, clips, headbands, hats. Sometimes the best way to style weak hair is to rely on the right accessories. Soft clips, padded headbands, and elegant hats can elevate your look while reducing daily stress on the strands. Last Christmas, I wore a velvet headband to a family party. Not only did it hide my thinning crown, but it also became the star of my outfit. Look for accessories with smooth edges that will not snag. J.Crew, Anthropologie, and even Target offers stylish, affordable options. A wide brim hat also doubles as sun protection, which is crucial for aging hair. Do you see accessories as part of your hair routine, or just something for special occasions? These 7 methods prove that weak hair does not mean giving up on style. Each option is gentle, practical, and still full of personality. And the best part is that every woman can choose what fits her lifestyle. Now that we've looked at safer styling ideas, let's take things a step further and discover how to truly nurture weak hair from the inside out. Expert tips to keep weak hair beautiful. Caring while styling. When hair is fragile, styling and caring for it must go hand in hand. Using products made specifically for weak hair is the first step. Shampoos and conditioners enriched with keratin, biotin, or collagen can strengthen strands from the outside in. I started using a biotin-infused conditioner last year, and within a month my hair felt less brittle. Have you tried products labeled strengthening or fortifying? Deep conditioning is another non-negotiable step. A nourishing mask 1 or 2 times per week can restore moisture and elasticity. I like to use mine on Sunday evenings while watching TV, and it feels like a little spa ritual at home. In 2024, several U.S. beauty surveys reported that women over 55 who used masks regularly saw a 40% improvement in softness and manageability. Finally, environmental protection matters more than most people realize. UV rays, hard water, and chlorine can all strip moisture and damage already weak strands. A UV protective spray before going out or a quick rinse with filtered water after swimming can make a big difference. Do you already protect your skin from the sun? If so, think of hair care as the same level of protection. Lifestyle habits that strengthen hair. Healthy hair starts inside the body. Protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamin D are essential for growth and strength. I began adding salmon and walnuts to my diet, and I noticed less shedding within weeks. What foods do you think help your hair the most? Managing stress is another hidden factor. Stress hormones can affect the growth cycle and make thinning worse. For me, gentle yoga twice a week not only relaxed my mind but also seemed to improve the overall look of my hair. Have you noticed more shedding during stressful times in your life? Lastly, scalp care should never be ignored. A daily scalp massage for just a few minutes improves circulation and stimulates new growth. I use my fingertips in the shower, and it is both relaxing and beneficial. Dermatologists in the US have confirmed in 2025 that consistent scalp massage can increase blood flow and potentially encourage healthier hair density. When you combine the right products with healthy lifestyle habits, weak hair does not just survive, it begins to thrive. These small changes add up to noticeable results. And once we understand how to care for hair in this way, it opens the door to something even more inspiring. We've covered so much together today. We learned about the mistakes that quietly weaken our hair, from too much heat to tight styles and harsh chemicals. And we explored 7 safe and elegant ways to style, each one designed to protect your strands while helping you look polished and confident. The truth is simple. Our hair may change with age, but that does not mean we must give up on beauty. In fact, your style can become stronger than ever when you choose wisely. Beauty after 50 is not about chasing youth. It is about styling smart, caring for yourself, and shining with the quiet confidence that only life experience can bring. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of the 7 safe hairstyles do you want to try first? Share it in the comments below because your story might inspire another woman watching. And if you want to keep discovering ways to look radiant at every stage of life, hit subscribe. In my next video, I'll reveal 5 everyday hair habits that can unknowingly add 10 years to your appearance. Trust me, you won't want to miss that.